A beautiful morning indeed on the 3rd of July. It's a Wednesday. My name is Banu Vikramasinghe and I've got a very good looking host just as usual just next to me as well. But today is going to be one of those special days where we focus on a lot of stuff. For example, we're going to talk about academics and how to balance academics with a level of sports as well. When it comes to MTV sports, we give priority to that as well. Anupama, good morning.
Yes, a very good morning to you, Banu. How are you doing?
I'm doing perfect. How are you?
Excellent. I'm very excited to have this show because, like you said, we're focusing on the youth, we're focusing on the academics of the youth and also how to balance academics and so much of extracurricular stuff that these days it's very vital for people to have that. So we have a very special guest on our show today. We have the rector of St. Joseph's College, Colombo 10, Father Sylvester Ranasinghe with us right now, and we're very privileged and honored to have you here, Father. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm delighted to be with you in the morning, and certainly it's a privilege to come here and share whatever the thoughts and the aspirations we have.
It's our honor to have you here actually to speak about so many things that actually Banu mentioned. It's a very good time for the Josephians these days. Recently, they won the All-Ireland Swimming Competition, and on Saturday, on the 6th, they're going to have the Rhythm of Joes, a spectacle of talent and glamour, a talent show which showcases so many vivacious young ones out there in St. Joseph's College. And tell us about that. What do you think about this time? Tell us about the excitement, Father.
Yeah. Now, in college, certainly we try our best to give so much of opportunities for children in different ways, not only academics but sports,
yes,
and to develop their personal qualities, all that, which is very important today. And so in this endeavor, we had earlier last month we had the primary concert,
yes,
and every child, we had 1,200 students. Every child went on the stage to perform. It's amazing,
yes,
the talents they have. And so then we had the swimming meet, Sri Lanka Schools Swimming and Diving Championships, and then we won this for the 10th consecutive year.
Oh, yeah.
It is not an easy task.
Of course.
What I can say is this achieved through discipline and hard work, nothing else.
Definitely.
The children are disciplined, the coaches and everyone, and then of course through hard work.
You mentioned the fact that the primary kids, all of them participated in the concert.
Right.
Why was this any specific reason?
Now in today's context, education, we have to provide the children with the opportunities, and then of course we must allow them to get the leadership. It's very important that it's a concept today in education. So what is important is that that every child there is a leader. Every child there is a leader. And then what the schools and the parents must do is to identify this leader in him. So then we at the primary, they should go on the stage from grade 1. That then they get that fear out and take the initiative, and then it's an opportunity for the children to identify whatever the talents. Sometimes we don't know what are the talents they have. So it was amazing, sometimes we can't imagine the boys like that, grade 1, grade 2 up to 5 going on the stage and performing without any fear. And the 3,500 adults, just performing. That was amazing,
Okay, and like you mentioned to us quite a while ago, Father, that you said that there were individual performances as well. I mean, for a primary student to actually go out and give an individual performance, it's a huge task.
That's right, yes.
So, and you also mentioned that there was a lot of self-discipline, hard work involved in it. How does this training happen in?
Now during school time, of course, the teachers do a lot of work, and then training them and in every way.
Yes.
And then of course, so while that we give that training, we try to find, the little talents the children have. So then of course we give them, some of them, the opportunity individually perform on the stage, but they are not scared. Sometimes we didn't get all these opportunities, but I must say the children today are very talented.
Yes.
But talking about the swimming meet as well, Father, I know that you are a very proud personality. I mean, just to see the victories from the school itself. Talking about the balancing of academic life with the sports, because I think a lot of schools and a lot of kids, plus a lot of parents are very concerned about balancing these two.
Yeah.
How do you look at this? From which degree?
Now, always in education, what we have to stress is the total education, what we call the integral education.
Okay.
You know, not just academics.
Yeah.
Certainly, they must have the intelligence. So, in this, we focus on 5 aspects of the individual to grow up. You know, first of course the faith life, what we call, whatever the religion he must practice, that is very important, and faith life, and then the discipline, and then academics. You know, when you are disciplined, it's very easy to do anything, and then of course academics, we stress the intelligence and studying, and not just you know, going to the class and learning how to add and all that, but we must get that intelligence. You know, we must get that what is right and what is wrong, and through every subject.
Yes.
You know, and then also we give opportunity for the sports, and then what we want is, of course, the children to use all these opportunities, so that finally the end product will be a total integral person, you know, with all these qualities. You know, so school time we allow them to study in the classes, and then thereafter of course they go for the swimming practice and all, but swimming, of course, I must say, it's they start early morning, 5:15 in the morning, the parents and all, so much of dedication. You know, in the team we have about 125 students, swimmers. So every day they come early morning, and Mr. Rohan Vanamadu, our coach, I think one of the best coaches in Sri Lanka, and he is coaching, and so much of dedication, and with the teacher in charge, Ms. Malka Jaisinga, and we have achieved so much for the children.
And I think that's a secret formula as well of your success, balancing the curricular activities with the extracurriculars. I think it's a magic formula.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's very important. I mean, we don't allow them to, during school time and all that, we don't allow them to go for practice and all that.
Okay.
You know, they must try to balance and do it, you know, all that is very important.
Do we have future Olympians in the making when it comes to swimming? Because
yes, I mean, it's a decade-long championship, you know, when you come to think about it. I mean, when Father was mentioning the fact that there are so many well-qualified and well-renowned trainers and teachers in charge who are in charge of this, and the dedication that the students have, obviously you can see the product of having a decade-long championship. And yeah, so through that, obviously you have to have some sort of prospect, future Olympians.
Yes. So. Of course, we are proud we have the Angela Matthews, you know, captain. And then certainly there are. What we are stressing is by hook or crook, not winning. I don't have that concept. You know, some schools, some individuals try by hook or crook, they want to win. But what we want is, of course, every child has a certain capability to achieve. So we must allow and motivate the children to achieve that standard. Then he has won.
Of course.
You know, that is what is important. So we must motivate to go higher and achieve his standard. All right. Whether when we are playing, if we have lost even with the other team, it doesn't matter.
Of course.
Because we have achieved our standard. That's important. So in the context of today, it's very pathetic. You know, when we see even the schools, so many sports activities, you know, the way it is going, it's very discouraging.
Yes, of course, yes.
You know, with the fighting and all that, you don't expect that.
Yeah, and these sort of values are very important, like you mentioned, Father, before, having a strong faith life and having that kind of moral background, and then moving into challenges as this, I think is very important, rather than pushing the child directly, shoving him directly into competitions, etc.
That's very important. I mean, in the society, you know, to go on, you know, faith life. We stress, we give a lot of opportunity. Even the other religions, we give opportunities.
Definitely,
you know, whatever the religion doesn't matter, but he must practice.
Of course,
you know, that is very important. And then with the discipline, what we call is a, you know, discipline in a Catholic environment. But even we have the Buddhist, Hindus, children and teachers, but they participate in all that. That's something, you know, some kind of a family.
Yeah.
You know?
And Father, when you talk about discipline, it's a vast area. What sort of recommendation, what sort of advice that you would like to give to the parents as well? Because discipline, when it comes to that, in this context, is in schools. But it starts from homes as well, because your parents are the first teachers. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. For everything, discipline is important. You know, starting, let's say, we start the school at 7:30. If they are not in the class 7:30, out of gate. That's the first thing you must start. Punctuality.
Yes.
To start off with.
That's the first thing. You know, even I have told the teachers and the students, even if I am late, I should be out of the gate.
Okay.
That should be everyone.
Yeah.
You know, that is very important.
Yes.
And then also we must try to inculcate good values. You know, that is not happening sometimes in the families, and then of course because the parents just give in to everything what they ask. You know, and the togetherness of the family. And there is decadence in the families also, so that has also a lot of impact. You know, finally, of course, when there is a problem with the child, not studying, not concentrating and all that, when you go deep into the problem, it's stress there in the family. So, as you said, we have to start from the family, father and mother, you know, lovingly coming together as a family, and they are then, of course, little by little he will experience that, you know, that discipline, and then when he comes to school, it's very easy. And as I always stress to the children also, they must be given the opportunity to take the initiative. Initiative, and then also in this leadership qualities, take the initiative, and then how to relate to the others. You know, we stress on the community aspect in college, and then also to know the what is right and wrong. So that is important, you know. And discipline.
Yes, and what was really inspiring, what is really inspiring, Father Mang, what you said is that when there are kids who are actually unfortunate to have a not so solid background at home, when they come to school, they need to have a safe haven. You know, they need to have teachers who love them, peers who love them, and a cluster of people who actually can guide them into the proper place. So I think it's evident in St. Joseph College, according to what I hear and what I see. You know, don't you think so, Banu?
I think a feeling of acceptance is what
unity
originates.
Yes, exactly.
The teachers must be fathers and mothers.
Definitely.
Fathers and mothers, and also we have so many counselors. You know, anytime the priests are there, then the nuns are there, and then specially trained counselors. So anytime, you know, they can go to and then share whatever the children come out. You know, sometimes it's very important to motivate them. Definitely. You know, it's very important.
Yes, we are, by that note, going to a short commercial break right now. We have more questions to ask from Father Sylvester Ranasinghe. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.